time to talk SuperCoach NBL. Nathan Strempel in the studio with us. Now, this is the part of the show where I get completely embarrassed because we're talking head-to-heads. Oh, can you break it to me gently?
Oh, Joe, it's lovely to have you back, but your time in the States hasn't helped your SuperCoach side very much, as you see on the screen there. Hammer gave it to you last week. The jet setter's not looking great. I had a good week against Derek Rucker, and here now to help everyone out with just some tips on how they can improve their side this week. The big question is, are you going to get sourced or not?
Mate, the thing for me, though, is you're only in here because you are on fire. You would have dialed in from home. We would have had you if you weren't.
Mate, that's a guarantee. I finished 20th in the entire world last week in SuperCoach. So guarantee if I do well, you'll see me in the studio. If you don't, I'll probably dial it in from home or something. But it went well for me last week. I got lucky. I brought in Wardenberg instead of Cheatham. Those who brought in Zoll and Cheatham, he went down injured, and that hurt everyone. Me. Paddy Miller as well, copped an injury. Everyone's waiting on his health to see what happens this week. But I talk about getting sourced. Big Alan Williams, he's absolutely tearing up the league, but also SuperCoach. Stand up big and bring in Alan Williams this week. He's a double-double machine. If he gets some more minutes, he might even go 30 and 15, and that means big SuperCoach scoring. Is he coming in as your captain this week, Hammer?
And the other question is, what do you give up? Because you've got to pay a lot of money. So to be able to afford it, you're giving up some other pieces potentially as well. So what other tips would you have?
Well, it's a tricky, the fixture, there's a lot of teams on doubles, so it's like, are you going to pay up big for South? Or the Perth Wildcats are interesting because they've got that double, they've got doubles, everyone's on a single, then they've got a double. So are we looking at Bryce Cotton? Maybe he's the lowest price you'll get him for this year. He's been struggling, so the fact that his price has dropped, could this be the time to bring in Bryce for a bounce back?
Do you take into account the fact, though, they're playing against Adelaide, but then they've got Melbourne United. I think he had 11 last time they played against United. They locked him down.
Good call, Joe.
And he's been struggling, but at some point, is it this week? At some point, surely we see a bounce back Bryce Cotton game. So Bryce, Keanu Pinder, even Christian Doolittle's very cheap now if you want to bring in a Wildcat player. But Hammer, Joe, do you know who the must-have is? If he's not in your side yet, get Josh Bannon. The guy is going bananas, intentional pun there. The guy's tearing up, and I don't think Aaron Baines coming back is actually going to change the fact of how much he impacts the game. He's a double-double threat every game.
I love the fact that you just explained the pun to us. That was good.
Yeah. It wasn't very good. The ones that aren't great, I need to sort of double down on it. Okay. I love that you're going head-to-head with Derek Rucker this week.
I've got D covered, mate. I've made some big trades this week. I'm ready to go. I had Cheatham last week. I was sucking my thumb in the corner of the couch, the room, when he went down, knowing that he had another game, and he was on fire in that game too. Pat myself on the back, so I wasn't happy, but this week I'm ready to go. I
love that he says sucking the thumb. You and I both know Hammer's doing a lot more than sucking the thumb. He's throwing the toys, something at the TV, shoes are getting thrown at the wall, but I'm sorry to hear that, but I also didn't have him, so that goes all right. Anyway.
I've got Hershey this week, so I need all the tips that I can get.
He's on fire too.
Get on the sauce.
Awesome.